Did you know that the JMB VL3 Sprint holds the record for the fastest speed ever achieved by a light sport aircraft? With its sleek design and impressive performance, this little powerhouse has been turning heads in the aviation world. But behind its thrilling speed and agility, what does it really cost to own a JMB VL3 Sprint? From the initial investment to ongoing maintenance and hidden expenses, we're diving deep into the financials of this extraordinary aircraft. Stick around, because the true cost of soaring in a VL3 Sprint might just take you by surprise. When it comes to ultralight planes, the JMB VL3 Sprint stands out thanks to its sleek style and great performance. It offers a flying experience like no other, but there are a lot of costs and financial issues that anyone who wants to buy one should know about. Let's take a close look at how much this beauty really costs. It can be hard to find your way around the world of aviation acquisitions, which is full of numbers, specs, and negotiations. At the center of it all is the buying price, which is the first investment and the key to the sky. Understanding how the JMB VL3 Sprint's prices work is important for anyone who wants to buy one. So, let's take a close look at this important part. If you only want the most basic VL3 Sprint, it costs between $120,000 and $150,000. This base model has a good set of features and functions that make it a good choice in its class. But the aviation world is very big, and things that are normal don't stay that way for long. The standard model of the VL3 Sprint is a good starting point, but it also comes in a number of better versions. The price can go up depending on the version, such as one with a more powerful engine, more modern avionics, or more luxurious interiors. In some high-end setups, the price can get close to or even go over $150,000. It's important to remember that the price can change depending on where the store is located, the tariffs on imports, and any extra taxes that apply in your area. Even if you pay for transport, buying from a dealer in a different area can sometimes save you a lot of money or give you extra benefits. Buying people who have done it before often know how to close a deal. Manufacturers and dealerships sometimes offer special deals, discounts for buying in bulk, or ways to turn in your old car. If you wait at the right time, you might be able to get a big discount off the price. Even though the plane itself is the main cost of the buy, there are other costs to think about as well. Even though they are not required, pre-buy checks are a good idea. These can cost between $1,000 and $3,000, and make sure that the item you're getting is in perfect condition. Then, there's the cost of custom registration numbers, initial pilot training, if the maker provides it, or even custom paint jobs on the outside to match your tastes. Lastly, changes in the world economy can affect the airline market. Prices can be changed by things like inflation, changes in demand and supply, and even big steps forward in aircraft technology. Always keep your ears to the ground and know what's going on in the market. Overall, the first numbers give a rough idea of how much it will cost to buy a JMB VL3 Sprint, but the real cost depends on a lot of different factors. Having knowledge is power, and knowing the details of the price can give you the tools to make a smart, value-based choice. With its appealing mix of speed and looks, the VL3 Sprint looks like it would be a good buy for people who want to dream of flying. It's hard to deny the appeal of flying in a state-of-the-art plane, but anyone who wants to buy one should be very aware of the ongoing costs that come with it. It's clear that the engineers and designers worked hard on the JMB VL3 Sprint, but owning one comes with some costs. Let's take a closer look at what these prices really mean. One of the main costs that an airplane has over and over is fuel. With its Rotax engine, the VL3 Sprint gets good gas mileage for its class. Because fuel costs change all the time, you can expect to pay around $20 to $30 an hour to fly. Your yearly fuel costs would be around $2,000 to $3,000 if you plan to fly 100 hours a year. The VL3 Sprint needs to be checked out from time to time to make sure it works at its best, just like any other precision tool. Changing the oil, spark plugs, air filter, and doing general checks are all part of this. Depending on how often the plane is used and where it's serviced, regular upkeep could cost anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a year. It is very important to keep your investment safe from the weather. Monthly fees can range from $100 for basic tie-down spots in rural areas to $500 or more for climate-controlled hangars in prime urban sites. It depends on where you live and what amenities the hangar has. This place's hangar costs between $1,200 and $6,000 a year. Insurance is a must for anyone who owns an airplane. The VL3 Sprint's yearly insurance rates can change depending on things like the pilot's experience, where the plane is kept, and how it is used. Generally, the cost of insurance each year could be anywhere from $1,200 to $2,500. Annual checks are necessary to make sure the plane is safe to fly. From the nose to the tail, this thorough check looks at the whole plane. Costs can range from $800 to $2,000, depending on how good the check is and how many parts need to be replaced or fixed. Besides the planned maintenance, there may be times when fixes are needed that were not planned. Setting away a fund of $1,000 to $2,000 a year is a good idea, just in case something goes wrong, like a flat tire or a small electronic problem. In conclusion, running costs are an important part of owning an airplane but are often forgotten in the excitement of buying one. Knowing all of these costs ahead of time will make sure that your VL3 Sprint trip goes smoothly and without any unexpected financial problems. It's not enough to just get from A to B in the VL3 Sprint. It's about doing that with a thrilling mix of speed, efficiency, and flexibility. Understanding its performance measures not only shows off its engineering brilliance, but also helps people who want to buy it figure out how well it works. We're going to get to the heart of the VL3 Sprint's performance parameters. Before we get into the performances of this jet, please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for more amazing videos in the world of luxury. The VL3 Sprint's best feature is without a doubt its top speed. With a speed of about 270 kilometers per hour, it makes quick transits possible, so places that seemed far away are now just a short, enjoyable trip away. This speed is a good mix of efficiency and performance, so it can be used for both long rides and trips that need to be done quickly. When you have a range of up to 1,500 kilometers, the options are endless. Imagine leaving from London and landing in the south of France without stopping to gas. It would be like going across the whole state of California or Texas in one go. This wide range lets you choose from a lot of different places to visit, letting you experience a lot of different cultures and surroundings. Beyond driving, the VL3 Sprint's speed range shows how versatile it is. It is amazing how low the stall speed is, which adds an extra layer of safety during critical flight stages. Its takeoff and landing speeds are set to give it the best performance, so movements will be smooth and reliable at these key times. And for people who want a rush of energy, the plane doesn't mind showing off its top speed, which pushes the limits and gives people a thrill. Even though its service limit is at 15,000 feet, the VL3 Sprint can fly at higher altitudes as well. This feature makes flight planning easier, lets you reach higher altitudes, and gives you stunning views from above. The VL3 Sprint does a great job in the air, but it really shines when it comes to activities on the ground. Its takeoff and landing lengths have been optimized for maximum efficiency. This means it can be used on a variety of airstrips, from smooth surfaces to rougher terrain. How well the VL3 Sprint uses fuel is an important part of how well it works. It finds the perfect balance between speed and gas use, so even though you're going very fast over long distances, you're not constantly looking for the next gas stop. The JMB VL3 Sprint is more than just an airplane. It's a work of art in engineering and design. Every part of its performance shows how well it was planned and how hard it was worked to be the best in aeronautics. For people who buy this amazing machine, every trip will be an adventure, a journey, and a story. It's more than just getting from one place to another when you own a VL3 Sprint. It's about weekend trips to places that were out of reach before, seeing the sunrise from above the clouds, or just taking it easy while flying over beautiful scenery. It's a ticket to freedom, spontaneity, and experiences you never thought possible. There are several ways to finance an item for people who don't want to pay for it all at once. Getting a loan can help you spread the cost over a number of years, usually between 5 and 20. Interest rates may be different for everyone, but in general they can be anywhere from 4 to 7%. Spread out over the loan term, the real cost of the plane might be 10 to 30% more than its base price when it is purchased. The VL3 Sprint is made to last a long time. It can last for many decades if you take good care of it and keep up with normal maintenance. The heart of it, the Rotax engine, needs to be serviced about every 2,000 hours. By using it an average of 100 hours a year, that means it will last 20 years before it needs a major makeover. The JMB VL3 Sprint is a tempting option because it combines speed, freedom, and excitement. But, as with any big purchase, it's important to know how the money will be used. The VL3 Sprint is more than just an airplane. It has purchase and operating costs, financing choices, and the possibility of being your lifelong flying partner. It's a dream come true and a dedication to a way of life that not many people can fully understand. Of course, those who are brave will get a lot out of it.